So, this is Joe. Joe's had some limited content management experience with Mambo, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you're comfy and happy, and you're going to be doing probably say something about yourself, because I want you to talk as much as you can about things that are going through your head when you look at these things.
Okay, yeah.
So
I'll have a go. I can't promise anything. But okay.
So you said you're going to be probably using Drupal in your work soon.
I'm looking at changing the current management system we have for our website is Mambo.
Right.
And Mambo has a lot of errors deep inside of it.
Right.
For example, it's not got a sitemap.
Right.
So you build a website on Mambo, there's no sitemap.
Right.
And how I expect a website to be is you've got your title, then you've got a drop down and all the little bullet points underneath, like a sitemap, so you can find everything. But Mambo doesn't work like that, and so it makes it harder to understand where all the pages in Mambo are built. Mm-hmm. Whereas someone who's simple like me,
mm-hmm.
if we've got something that's got the header and then you've got the drop down boxes,
mm-hmm.
you can find what you're looking for.
Right.
So that more in the build process than the actual sitemap for the website.
Yep.
But the build, when you're building it, it's easier to build a website when you know that you've got the main title, next section, and then however many sections coming off that.
Right. Right.
And doing it like that.
Yeah.
So it looks like a family tree.
Yeah, that'd be good. Nice hierarchical sort of layout, isn't it?
I don't know the terms. But
you know what hierarchical is, though. So what we're going to do is got a bit of background about you already, which is good, and then there's only one thing we're looking at in this presentation, in this testing stage,
okay.
which is what the header looks like.
Yep.
So it looks like this.
Okay.
So
what does that say? Modules.
Modules.
Whose handwriting is that?
It's either someone named Lisa or someone named Mark. Could be Mark Bolton. It could be Lisa.
Okay.
I can't remember Lisa's surname. So anyway, what we want to do is look at those top words, the top row. Mm-hmm. So that would be the top navigation. Can ignore the first bit because that would imply you're logged in as Mark Bolton.
Oh, blatantly not a bloke.
Absolutely. And so what we want to do is look at each one of the words and what do you think would happen if you clicked on each one of them, and what would you expect to see after doing so, and does it mean anything to you? And
can I give my view on the words before I go through each one?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to give my view as we go?
Well, let's do content first.
Content.
What would you expect to see when you clicked on that? Or would you click on it?
I would click on the content to see the content button to see the content of what you've put onto the page already. So your wordage, basically. That's how I would use the content button.
Right.
If there was one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd hope to see that under that is the stuff that I've already added
mm-hmm.
onto the actual page.
Okay.
Under content would make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any more about that one. Information architecture. That's a bit of a big thing for a button.
It is.
What does it actually mean?
It means
information architecture, as in how it's. Well, no, because the appearance is how it's displayed. I don't think that's an appropriate word.
Doesn't really do it for you, does it?
No.
Makes your palms sweat?
Oh, it just shows I'm thick.
Not at all. Not at all. It's complete.
It's too confusing.
Yeah.
If you've got someone,
From your point
I
of
mean,
view,
bearing in mind, I don't build websites for a living. I update the one we've already got built. If that button was on there, I don't know.
I'd be like, too afraid to click it.
No, I click it and find out what it is and what's underneath it. But it doesn't mean anything. It's too complex. It needs to be dumbed down.
Okay.
I still don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means either. I don't know the answers to any of this.
Well, you must have some idea.
I don't need to know the answers. You don't need to know the answers.
Okay.
It's about.
No, that needs to be dumbed down. It's far too.
I think the people that drew this up don't know the answers.
Okay.
They're just trying to make it usable. This is about usability.
If it helps, the people that update our website are temps and receptionists. You don't need to be qualified to do temping or reception work.
Right.
Therefore, you may not have someone.
I've missed my career then.
You may not have. The problem is, if someone comes in who's not qualified in anything, they don't have to have exams, or they're just a temp and they've been there for a few days, and they see that button there, they're going to be asking me what it means. And I'm going to go, I don't know. Too confusing.
Then again, you might not want to let a temp loose on your website.
I trust them. I have to. I can't discriminate.
Okay. What about the next word?
People.
What does that mean? What would you expect to find?
Why would a website have a button called people? I mean,
I don't know.
people as in people. What?
What kind of things might you find under there then, would you think?
I have no idea why a website would have a button called people.
Okay.
What for? Other than, I mean, because if it's talking about, I mean, what comes to my mind when you say people is our employees, and we would show them on the website, but that would come under content, because that would be under our staff somewhere. As part of the content, rather than a button for people.
Okay.
Or, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
The next one, appearance, is quite obviously the design side of it. And hopefully under that would be some kind of templates and jazzy stuff and some flashy movie stuff and how to make the top bars and add your pictures in and all that funky design stuff. That's my favourite button.
That's your favourite button?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's my favourite.
Maybe it should be bigger then.
What? Appearance!
Yeah.
Check me out!
Yeah.
I'm like this big. Modules. All websites have modules. And if your content's listed under a module, you can look it up under the mod. I would expect to be able to look it up under a module. Now, bear in mind, I don't build websites. All websites must be moduled at some point.
Right.
So, I don't know. Do
So
they interlink?
You'd have a go.
Yeah, I'd click it and find out. That's not so scary. If it came with an instruction book, that wouldn't be so scary.
Right.
Configuration, standard button. That's my favourite one actually. Help. Help.
Help.
But would the help have two forms of help? The standard inbuilt help and then the online help?
Would you like it to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you know, like when you go onto Word and sometimes I'm jabbering away in the help thing to find something, especially in the 2007 version, which I'm still learning how to use properly. Then you've got the help that's on there, which is okay.